Greetings, my fellow brewers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, episode 29, Oak Brewery. Alright, you guys think yes to market? So let's do this. Rogi, I'm sorry to say, but, hey Scipia, you go arrest Rogi? My caravan pack spot is there. That sounds about right. So we're headed to Brigantium. Scipia and 3 slaves. With 1, 2, 3, 4 stallions, so that we're fast. We'll bring pemmican for the road. 1 bedroll, that's going to be Scipia's. Some extra medicine just in case. I'm going to bring a stack of ambrosia, mostly because ambrosia tends to rot before we actually use it. Oh, it looks like I need to quarry up coal. Got it. I'll bring the Thrumbo horn. Maybe there's a market for it, and I'll bring some silver as well. And then broad wraps. 20, 32. Yep. Looks about right. Oh, yeah, I meant to bring the prisoners. Sorry. Thanks for noticing. Okay. I think we're all set. And then in terms of assignments, Scipia on all food, and then the prisoners on all food. Actually, no, I don't care. I don't care if they eat. It's a day's travel. They can just starve a little. Yo, with the rain. Oh, and it broke my wall. Come on. Would you please stop dropping uranium on me? Oh, you know, it's probably because I am due a Vulcanalia. Shoot. Hopefully she goes to market and comes back before Vulcanalia kicks off. Sorry, Vulcan. That's, like, my fault. I definitely should have observed the holiday before Scipia left, but I don't really want to undo the queue. So the other things that I said that I wanted to add here. One is a courtyard for the senators. So that they have some outdoor space. And then the other is a slave quarter. So this is actually just going to be open, not doored. It's going to be a slave quarter, so that the slaves that wait on the senators live around, essentially. And moving this in should kick it up to extremely impressive. So yes, everything is extremely impressive now. Whatever happened to that bed? It's normal quality. Ouch, that sucks. Time to break it. I'm not certain that Darius was the one that actually finished the construction, because I looked away and my attention was elsewhere. But, he's gonna have to redo that all the same. Alright, she's off. She'll be there in about a day. And I will set them up for all food. Just so that they don't get hungry. So, the slave quarter, the slave room, is going to be with just simple wooden walls. And I don't want the senators to have to see it. So this is their fancy courtyard, and the slave quarter will be not visible for them. Maybe leaving the trees in the yard? I was going to do something else. I've got, oh, that is super weird. Oh yeah, there we go. I got props, and I'll be putting, plant props in. It will look fancy. Don't you worry. Broad wraps. Who would have guessed I would have remembered? Are going back into the sold storage. Good, that skylight's gone. So we can add the toilet in here. I've been waiting on that. And yeah, I'm gonna go full on Jade Latrine. I was joking, but I wasn't joking that much. I don't actually need to run along the walls. It's not necessary because it's not visible when you have flooring, but whatever. And then in the Jade Latrine, also do a private sink basin as well for hydration. Okay, there we go. Excellent bed. Fantastic. And the other things that we need in here is the end table, dresser, and probably maybe that's it for now. Maybe some bookshelves. And some cabinets. A little divider in the front. Depends on how the divider ends up looking. Scipia, how you doing? Make a good time. Well, you should be there and back before winter, which is the main concern. All right. So the slave quarters, there we go. Will also have their own little bathroom. They're not going to need too many slaves to wait on them, but they'll need some. That's a pretty nice villa. Especially for the first person that will live there. Oh, look at that. Speedy, speedy. I love horses for that reason. Everyone is riding horses, so they're flying. So one of the things that I'm going to need to end up doing is getting slaves that can be dedicated servants for them. Lullapor, Arcanius, and Ionis don't. I mean, Ionis could, I suppose. given they're just mining skills if I don't need another miner. But that's something to be looking out for, is slaves that can be dedicated to the task. So, fulfilling the trade order. Done. Quest is completed. Selling off the 3 prisoners. Oh, she's also 60. I didn't realize she was that old. Because, you know, being that old means your life kind of ran the course. Alright. I wouldn't mind buying granite blocks, but it's way more than I can carry. I can buy some of them. And they don't want the Thrumbahorn. I'm probably not going to be able to do anything with the Thrumbahorn, truth be told. Unless I bring it over to, like, another tribe. So, I'm buying their fancy cloth. And I'll buy some of the granite, but not enough to encumber the caravan. Just so that it's, like, less granite blocks that we have to cut. Cool. There aren't any other easy to get to caravan spots, so Sippy is just going to head home. Think I forgot a prisoner? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Wait, they weren't needed? Oh, I must have scrolled up. Oh, carry weight changed, so... Here we go. Granite blocks. Abandon, let's say 35. Okay, we can still move. Good. Oopsie poopsie. Probably end up skylighting this area, protecting them from rain. You know, maybe a little rain ain't gonna kill a senator, right? Maybe they're not a hydrophobe. They'll be alright. How else to decorate this area? I think eventually additional couches and things like that. So build a villa and build a brewery. That's the only other task that the villa will require. So the brewery is so that we can brew fun things for the senators to drink, and also potentially for ourselves, but, you know, primarily for the senators, as they'll demand the best. Put some columns in? Yeah, I could put some columns in. Everything that you see here is, like, in progress, so don't jump to conclusions that it's, like, not done yet, I would say. Lots of plant cutting. Okay. Wood count is going up. Corn and hay is ridiculous, as always. Plumbing is still yet to be done. And Darius is doing his best to try to get that installed now, too. I'm going to have Tran, because we just bought a bunch of granite blocks, head over and help out with the construction, too. Maybe the royal bed can't be moved? I just think that, no, yeah, it can be moved. It just hasn't been. Because we're doing other construction tasks. The bed's just getting a thorough washing. You know, that's all. Alright, so one of the guinea pigs is in our walls. Lucia, you see to that one. And then the other one's about to come in. So Darius, you can kill those. Storyteller really likes to send me hostile animals. Very much. Actually, kind of surprising how many bleeds you have. Is that all of them? Yep. Right. Scipio will be home in about a day. And armor is going to be hand-me-down to Darius. It's also possible that Darius only dons the armor during times of war. And I think that's what I probably want to do. I don't want them to necessarily wear their clothing all the time. So, armor and shields might be okay. But armor is not going to be an everyday carry type of thing for any but the town guards. So there will be dedicated guards, but Darius is not one of those. Looking pretty good in there. You know what? I'm going to change this wall to a hedge. Nope. Some of these quests I didn't intend to even be introduced into the series, but turning them off is tricky, to say the very least. So if you ever see me like clicking off of something, it's because it shouldn't be included, and just it's hard to disable quests. Most of the mods that are supposed to disable quests simply don't work. All right, so some other things that we need to do is radiators. We need to make sure that our senators here aren't cold, because we would really fail them if they were. All right, I think that'll work. In terms of serving, maybe I'll just keep the shelves in there. I don't think they're too objectionable. But we're probably going to need to add additional heat generation for supplying the villa with heat, I'd imagine. But everything that needs radiators has radiators. So how is this room now? Very impressive. I'd like to kick it up to extremely impressive. That's the goal. So we'll see if we can't raise it up a bit. I don't think that will be too hard. Do I need a radiator in the sauna? I probably don't, but it also probably doesn't hurt, just in case it ever gets frigid. What's the art on this? Loneliness? Well, yeah, it is going to be the lone senator until people start to move in. So yeah, I get that. Oh, those don't rotate. Oh, that's a shame. It's 3 wide, isn't it? Fine. I will build it like that. get out of here. What? Why can't I place a bench there? Fine. I'll place them there. Whatever, game. You're being weird to me. Cheers. How's it look back here? Very impressive. Okay, I think we need, so I researched rugs, correct? I had intended to, put rugs in there. So let's make a grand rug for that room out of Devil's Strand. Oh. Wait until Scipia's back. She should be the one doing it. We are just about over our thermal demand. And then that also brings me to something that we need to do, which is to quarry up coal to keep the steel production going, and also to make sure that we have heat. If you're wondering, I do plan on putting in props for other craftsman districts, like tanning racks and armor racks and things like that. They're just low on my priority. Prettying up the colony is a voted goal, but I'm not working on that right now. So I think with a grand rug, the bedroom will be just about done. And then at that point, what we need is slaves to be able to work the facilities, to be able to wait on the senators, and then a guard for the villa. Or possibly two. So we're getting close. I did warn you at the start of the stream that it was a massive undertaking, and I wasn't kidding. The requirements I have to be able to host senators, and of course the first senator is really expensive. The next 4, if they come from the Western Republic, are going to be a lot easier. Although if we change and start to host Central or Eastern Republic, then I'm going to need a whole nother villa, and you definitely can see what it's entail for that, obviously. It is no small task or feat. So with Scipia back, grand rug unsuspend and make it with Scipia. And then Scipia, you are going to be... Oh, that's not a Scipia. What is this? It's not assigned to art? I think you need to be assigned to tailoring. It's tailoring, but it's art. It's weird. Okay, yeah, that was correct. That's going to take you a while. And the other thing that I could do to speed you up is, I might get rid of 2 of these shelves in lieu of tool benches for craft speed. Also, this specific room gets pretty cold. If it gets too cold for bad temperature problems, I can throw another radiator in here. Because I am aware that it is not a thermally... it's pretty exposed to the elements. And that is my fault in the way I designed it. Actually, I don't want iron radiators. I want granite ones. It will match the building. So build a brand new radiator for that. Because I just don't want it so cold that there's like work speed penalties. That seems very avoidable. Desperate outpost. Don't care. So Scipia's working on the grand rug. The room is now better heated. And then I'm putting in workbenches in there to speed her up, which is going to burn through our steel, but that's why I'll have Doris. Well, someone else can also do the mining of the coal, but that's why I'll have the coal be mined up. I think it's pretty fancy. Holy Roman pemmican? Yes. In fact, I should probably suspend the pemmican, as that's burning through our grill meat for grills. Not a big deal, but should be helpful. These horses still haven't even been dumped, so I have like even more pemmican on them too. There we go. Now the senators don't have to look upon, it's crazy that this doesn't have like a beauty value, but the senators don't have to look upon the ugly slave quarters. How much pemmican do I have? 4,300. What can I say? We're hungry. So this is what, 77, 69, 71. So this is slightly smaller than the other bedrooms. But not by enough that I think it matters. Okay. The quarters look pretty good. So, the brewery. I did say we needed a brewery. Question for you all. Different brewery locations. So, one, I could build a brewery here. Doesn't need to be that large, right? Just for, like, psychite and hops. I could also build a brewery here. So, this is space number 2. It's kind of a craft. So, there is a... There is terrain affordance issues here, but I can fix that. So brewery location 3. And then the last brewery location could be over here near the domuses. I know it's... So have you choose where to build the brewery. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think all the spots will work functionally. So it's just the way you like in terms of their layout. So I'll give you 2.5 minutes to vote on that. So everything in here is extremely impressive, except for the bedroom, and the bedroom's waiting on the grand rug. Once the grand rug is done, we can then ask the senator what we need to do for him to potentially join us. And I'm going to start planting psychoid and hops so that we can actually brew. And then in here, I'll put, I'll leave empty for now. Because I don't want to overextend our growers. I don't have enough growers in there busy as hell. Okay. The log boilers are meeting demand. The iron water towers are just about full of water, both of them, so that's a lot of liquid. You guys are sort of between 2 and 3. 2 being brewery here, 3 being brewery there. Either way, it's going to have to be somewhat of a temperature-controlled room. And then being close to, you know, the kitchen and whatnot is also pretty useful. But whatever you end up deciding, I'm happy with. Let's get some slave quarter stuff here. So I think 2 slaves is pretty good. The guards aren't going to live in the villa. The guards are just going to guard the villa, so they don't need beds here necessarily. Because I don't want the slaves to have to travel very far to satisfy their needs, we are going to offer them the toilet and let's do an iron sink basin because a wood one just seems wrong. And a sink basin. For now, it might just be 1 slave. 1-to-1 ratio is not bad. But eventually, ramp that up to, you know, once we have 5 senators, we might want 2 dedicated slaves. That looks okay. I can live... Well, actually, I don't really like the divider. It's too bad that there's no curtains without royalty, because I would have put curtains in there. I could also put a bookcase, but I wouldn't really want a bookcase in there. So I'll just leave it as is. Scipia, how's that rug coming? So now with the heat and the extra tool cabinets, it's going a little bit faster. And she'll be able to work drive again in 2 hours. Doris, what is... This is the worst mood I've seen you in. You want Praetor apparel. Yeah, I hear that. And you've been in the what? So, spot number 3 has 1. We're going to put the brewery next to the Pantheon. So for now, the spots that are terrain affordance bridges will have to be wooden. And actually, wooden brewery, I kind of like the aesthetic of. So maybe we do a wooden brewery anyway. I know it's flammable or whatever, but it just feels right to me. I think what I'll do is I'll have the brewery, let's see. That's about right. Maybe put a few extra sort of windows in. And these fences should be wood. I'm treating them like windows, if you're wondering. The rest of the flooring will be wood. Okay. We're going in. Ritual time? Oh, I missed Vulcanelia. I forgot. You're stuck in there, aren't you? Yep, too many invisible walls. No, no, don't go sleep. I'm not gonna put windows in there, so that it's a. We can't even walk. Actually, let's change the floor format just so that it's walkable, so it doesn't throw some weird pathing issues. Also, where is Darius? I don't know where he was. I told him to deconstruct that wall, and he was like miles away. So we can walk past it now? Good. Okay. It's an enclosed room. It obviously is going to be warmed. In this case, wooden radiators doesn't make any sense, so I'll use iron ones. I mean, you can't even make wood ones. I think I'm going to make a large one just because this is an important room never to get too cool, because it will ruin everything. Well, we'll ruin beer, it won't ruin tea. Then the other things we need is a fueled stove. And the actual brewery. Oh, right. There's a terrain affordance issue. So put the actual brewery there. Some shelves. Actually, in hindsight, I don't even think I need that many shelves, because what we'll do is we'll store most of the stuff in the freezer, because this isn't going to be a room that is temperature controlled. And then this is where the batches age. Probably don't need that many casks to start, so I'll just do 3. So Psychite leaves get put here, and then Psychite tea gets dropped, and then we'll just haul the Psychite tea where it needs to be. And the same is going to be true of the hops. Wort. Alright. Little brewery. Sippy can look upon the brewing from, well, normally it will be Elba. Alright, good. It's a little slave quarters. The rug is about half done. For now, I'm going to put the tea in here, but this isn't going to be the permanent. Actually, no, I'll just have another Psychite leaves. 2 shelves of it. And I'm going to do wort until we have 25. I'm sure we're going to waste wort, or maybe just do until 5. Make small batches of wort, and then as soon as it's full up, we'll haul it to where it needs to be and just keep doing micro batches. Hi, Wolf. Don't you dare. The last shelf in the brewery is not set. I think it is now. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 29th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Lycan.